Hey, welcome back to The Dive. Today on the show, we have Serafino Iacono from NG Energy. But before we bring him on, I'm just going to quickly remind you to tap that subscribe button. Hey, Serafino, welcome back to The Dive.
Thank you for having me again.
So more companies are now leaning towards green energy. What do you think is the impact this has on natural gas producers such as NG Energy?
Well, natural gas is going to be the transition element that's going to take us to this green revolution, as we're calling it these days. At the end of the day, my biggest puzzle is that we are changing just the means of how we produce electricity or how we dispatch energy. But at the end of the day, it's got to come from some sources. If you look at it, I believe that gas is going to be around for many, many, many years to come, and it's going to be a big part of the green revolution for the simple reason that it's the cleanest of the fossil fuel energy. I'll give you real quick a reason why I believe that if you take solar these days has a 35% efficiency, 35 to 45% efficiency rate. We are about 33% efficiency already with the new panels and everything. If you go to wind top efficiency, no matter what, because of the wind, because of the energy that it's produced, the way it's produced and everything, will give you maybe 60% efficiency or 65 at top. And right now we're at 45. So there isn't that much that you can go even by using solar or wind. So there has to be an alternative. That's why hydrogen is going to be an alternative. And that's why I believe that gas is going to be in the mixture. And it's going to be very important because it's the one that puts lowest of the emission than any of the other fuels.
So do you think the lack of investment into oil and gas exploration could result in some supply shortages in the medium term?
Yeah, you're seeing it already. Look, everybody forgets that a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, oil was at $25 a barrel. As a matter of fact, a year ago, oil reached a contango that was insane. It was negative $15 per barrel because, and there were actually transactions that were done at negative. People said oil is finished, oil is gone. Well, today oil is at $75 a barrel, on its way to 100. And JP Morgan and other banks that were predicting oil going to $8 and $9 a barrel, today are predicting oil at 100. So, and by the way, it's not only oil. Coal that was at $35 to $40 per ton today is at $90 per ton, up to $150 per ton. Energy, everybody's forgetting one thing, that everybody's talking about going green and zero emission and everything. The reality is that this transition of all the cars in the world, and by the way, cars only account for 25% of fossil fuels that is produced in the world. And that is car, buses, trucks, and everything else. And then 5% it's airplanes. The rest is used for the regular industry to make plastics, to make fertilizers, to make all sorts of products that we don't even think about on the day-to-day stuff. Mm-hmm. So I do believe that because people have neglected to invest in the last 7 years in new discovery and new findings, oil is going to go up, and oil is going to, and energy is going to take a very big step up.
So you previously disclosed the re-entry in Istanbul 1. What are you looking to accomplish in this exploration?
Well, and Istanbul was a well that we did. It was done by the previous management, and when they did it, it came out dry. It came out with some gas, but not enough to be commercial. When we went back and studied the well, we saw that the well had some technical defects caused by we don't know what, but in some of the areas that they were supposed to be drilled were never drilled. So what we did is we just reopened, went back, and to our amazement, the gas flow is a fantastic gas flow. We believe that we're going to be somewhere between 3 and 4, up to 5 million cubic feet of gas a day. So what does that mean? It means that the production that we have in Arruchara, which is we spotted the well at 30 million cubic feet of gas a day. This is about 1.5 kilometers away, so a mile away in distance. What does it do for us? It gives us gas in that area. So the area of influence of where we have our reserves now has expanded, giving us our bigger, on the P1, P2, it's going to be a big impact on what kind of reserves we're going to have.
How do you identify the best procedure to prevent water from influencing gas production?
Well, this is the having the right crew and the right people and the right geologists working in to develop a well. People think that drilling a well is just you take a rig and you start drilling down and that's it. It involves science. It involves a little bit of magic. It involves a little bit of everything. Mostly where the water and gas contact is. The nice thing about oil, the natural gas versus oil, is that natural gas, you see the difference between the bright spots and the dark spots, that the differentiate, it makes the difference between what is gas and oils. What is gas and water. So you see very much the difference, and you see where the contact is. Different than oil. When you start looking at seismic in oil, it's liquid, so it all looks the same. It's all mingled together with the water. So you just got to control it. Now, water is controllable. If you hit water, what you got to do is you got to stop the areas where there is water, and then it'll start flowing again.
Okay, so in your most recent operation update, Sinu 9 is in the permitting process. Can you walk us through the procedure? And also, are you foreseeing any challenges or environmental impacts in exploratory drilling?
Well, we have some very good news we finalized all the work that needed to be done in Sinu 9 as far as community relationship, environmental, and everything that needed to be done. It took us about 9 months because of the problem that we had with the pandemic. It made it a lot more difficult to do it, but we finally completed. The last of the permits are coming, and by the end of July, we should be ready to start doing our drilling. And it's going to be a very interesting situation. We already contracted drilling rigs. We are starting to doing the engineering to build roads, to build a pad. We started contracting crew so that we're ready by August. When we have the final go from the environmental ministry, we'll be able to go in and start drilling very fast, and within 30 days have results. Do we foresee any problems? No, all the environmental, all the permits, everything is done. So we don't see any technical. Sinu 9 is not an exploratory well. Sinu 9 is a development well. So and especially since a company called Canacol, that is our neighbor 6 kilometers away to the east, and Ocol, which is a government owned by Ecopetrol to the south, both of them had some major discovery of natural gas literally 6 kilometers away from us, which makes that even better because it's the same structure, the same formation, and they hit a fantastic 600 and 50 feet of pay zone, which means about 40 million cubic feet of gas a day. So these are major wells that are going to be giving us some incredible results. We're very, very happy and confident that it's going to do well for the company.
Great, congratulations. So the company is currently in the process of building a pipeline also. What type of timeline can we expect for production and revenue generation?
Okay. We got again, because of the pandemic, we got a little bit sidetracked in delays for example, the pipelines, which are special pipelines to build, had a 2 months delivery delay from the United States because the ports were closed in the US. There were no transportation, and the pipes come from the US. But everything is in place in the country. We already started building the first 7 kilometers. We are waiting for community relation permits, which should be coming in the next 60 days for us to be ready. In the meantime, we're going to start building a 15-kilometer pipeline. Takes nothing. It's just a backhoe and just doing a trench. And we are constructing as we speak the facility, so that the facility that will do the cleaning and the separation of the liquids from the natural gas and the water purification, that's being built as we speak. We feel that by the end of August, we'll be in operation and ready to be delivering gas to our customers, where we already have take or pay contracts in these areas that will start generating revenue immediately. If we figure that we start September delivering, we're going to have September to December, so 3 months. But we're going to be producing net to us 15 million cubic feet of gas a day, which means it's about $5. It's about $80,000 a day of EBITDA. That's net. A net would be about $65,000 a day after cost of production and transportation. So, $65,000 a day, multiply it by 350 days, and you start looking at the $30 to $35 million EBITDA. So it's going to be very important for this company to start generating, and that's just out of one well. If you start putting that, we're also going to put into production possibly another 3-4 million cubic feet of gas out of Istanbul. Then more income coming for 2022. And by the time we finish in December to drill our next 2 wells in Sinu 9, this company by 2022 could be producing net to us about 50 million cubic feet of gas a day. So a very, very big growth.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Serafino.
Cassandra, thank you very much for your time, and hope to see you soon with some great news. Take care.
Awesome. Can't wait. Thanks so much for tuning in today. I'll be back again tomorrow, but in the meantime, you can check out that video